This new Naira note redesign has finally touched everybody. It have touched me. I wanted to go and barb my hair yesterday, and I went outside. I stopped the first bike. He said new note or old note. I said old note. He left. Second one, same thing. Third one, same thing. I stopped about 20 bikes. Well, I decided to go back home since I could not get bike. And just as I turned, I just heard a loud noise. Wah! I rushed to the place. What's happening? What's happening? As we got there, I realized that it was a plane that crashed into a anthill. We were just trying to rescue, people that were injured and everything. And we shall took the people that were injured to the hospital. Now you see that the wahala this Naira note design is causing is too much. Even some governors, a governor of Zamfara, governor of Kogi, and I think Kaduna, took the federal government to the Supreme Court, highest court in the land, that this new Naira redesign policy is occasioning a lot of distress. It's occasioning a lot of troubles for the people of our state, and it is already leading to the breakdown of law and order. Supreme Court, please help us tell the president to stop this policy, because they said that they were going to stop collecting old notes as at 10th of February. They took an application ex parte, and application ex parte or motion ex parte are the kind of motions you take to court where there's an urgency involved. If I don't take this motion to court now, something may have spoiled. People may have died, and because of the urgency, the court can attend to it and grant your prayers. So that was what those guys did. They took a motion ex parte to court, and court granted it. But motion ex partes have expiry date. They are not motions that court has granted it and then that's the situation of things till perpetuity. No, they have expiry date, and the expiry date is usually pending the hearing of a substantive application. So when you take a motion ex parte to court, the court will not preside over that motion ex parte unless you also filed at the same time a motion on notice. That one you will be able to serve the other party, because the court does not want to do something just by listening to one party. Do you get? So the motion ex parte was granted that federal government should tell a CBN that they should still collect old notes up to 15th of February. That was the date, where they said the application would be heard. We got to bank on Monday, they did not collect the old notes again. Meanwhile, the highest court, the Supreme Court, has already ordered that you should still be collecting this money. Pending the time they determine the case, at least they have now served the federal government. The federal government can respond and say that, this is why the court should not grant this kind of order. Do you get? So, court was supposed to hear that application yesterday. Of course, it did not hear the application because some people came to join. In some states, joined as co-applicants, some joined as co-respondents in the case. But I noticed that it's like those governors did not join CBN in their suit. You want the court to stop CBN from doing something, and you did not join CBN in that suit. CBN is a necessary party. The lawyers, am I capping? CBN is a necessary party. If you want the judgment or order of court to be binding on CBN has to be a party in that suit. So I don't even know. I don't know how that suit will survive. But that's not even why I'm here. Why I'm here is because something damaging to the integrity of the judiciary happened today. Or say it's yesterday. Today. The president gave a speech and said a lot of things about why it is necessary for that policy to continue, blah, blah, blah. And then he said that only 200 Naira notes, will be available and still be a legal tender in Nigeria till April 10th. when the highest court in the land has said that until he hears the application or until it presides over the motion that has now been adjourned to 25th of February, until he hears that motion, all these notes should be legal tenders. The president acknowledged that he knows that there's a suit before a court. The president also acknowledged that he knows that there's an order of court, but then still decided to disobey it. Somebody help the judiciary. Because before now, I have always been saying is that some government bodies just disobey court orders, and it really affects the confidence people have in the judiciary. So even now, the president has disregarded it and gave his own order. What will happen? Somebody help the judiciary. We are beginning to have a judiciary which gives orders and people disregard such orders and nothing happens. A lot of fundamental right actions have been won against the police, but the money judgment that court awards to collect it is problem. Constant disobedience of the order of court. Omoyami, what do you think the judiciary should do? Some people have argued that the judiciary should have its own police, so that when the judiciary makes an order like the EFCC chairman must be arrested, its own police can swing into action quickly, because it's not the police that will arrest their boss now. Okay, now wait, the president has disobeyed a court order, the highest court in the land, Supreme Court. The president has disobeyed it. What's going to happen? Somebody help the judiciary. And because if it's going to be easy for a government body or maybe a person to disobey a court order, then judiciary, what's happening? Anyway, so my own question is, please, how do you think judiciary can take care of this kind of issues where there is a disregard of its orders? Yeah. Also, lawyers, please help me. I think CBN is a necessary party in that suit. If CBN is not joined in that suit cannot succeed. Am I capping? If you want the order to be binding on CBN should be there. Okay, now that the president did not instruct CBN, you can't hold CBN accountable, or even the banks. Well, as of today, I can't spend my old Naira notes, and it's really disturbing. And the only people that have gone to court now, they are not even doing it right. So what is the fate of ordinary Nigerians like us? Anyway, that's on one part. There's another part, and this one is quite sensitive, so let me move back small and then let me step back. Omoyami, we have to vote in this coming election, right? Well, I am going to vote. I hope you are going to vote as well. My question to you, before I pose this question to you, I want you to know that in any battle or war, one of the things that gives any party an advantage is the element of surprise. During the EndSARS protest, some thugs were brought to the Abuja protest, and they just came and started destroying things, destroying car windows, destroying with machetes and plank. At some point, the EndSARS protesters realized these people know plenty now. When they had removed the element of surprise, it was not so difficult again to overpower these people. So what I want to do with this video is to help you remove the element of surprise. if you get to the polling unit on the election day and some people come out with machetes, that's even small, guns, and say, oh yeah, lie down like this, you must vote for this person, what are you going to do? I'm sure in your mind right now you just did, God forbid, amen, I agree with you, God forbid, but it can happen. Because we live in a Nigeria where anything is possible. Omo ya means snake swallow money now. Snake swallow money. Uniform men, Nigerian military men, carried gun, went to Lekki toll gate and fired at innocent civilians carrying placards. It's not too far away, so it can happen. What are you going to do about it? I'm directing this question to the Nigerian police, but also I'm extending it to you, Omoyam. If we have removed the element of surprise and now you know that it is possible, what are you going to do about it? Because you can't say you won't vote. You have to vote. This country is in the hands of... Anyway. So you have to vote. What are you going to do about it? Because a lot of us have convinced our friends and parents of the importance and reason why they should vote. But we are also aware of the situation of ungodly men. We are aware. We know that it can happen. What will happen if it happens?